So we've all been in various stages of our life where we feel like the expected seasons that we ought to be in are taking longer than expected. Maybe in our education, our marriage, our relationships, our career, we feel like our own expected seasons or societally expected times that we ought to be there are taking longer than expected. Then we tend to worry. But what if I told you that our season of waiting is actually a blessing in disguise? It's actually a time for us to learn. It's actually a time for us to prepare. Can you entertain the thought that your season of waiting is actually a time of rest for you? Imagine maybe in your career, the career breakthrough that you're expecting is going to be so huge, so big, with so many international opportunities. That is why in the present time, God just required of you to rest, to be present with your family, to be present with your siblings, with your friends, and spend more time with them. Because there is coming an opportunity that is going to be so big that is going to prevent you from doing so. So you're just blessed to do so now in the moment. Also, sometimes we tend to think that in our season of waiting, we've been forgotten by people or by God Himself even. Someone might promise you a job and then it's taken years and years and the person hasn't been saying anything. But do not be worried. It's actually working for your good. You know, Joseph in the Bible, when he interpreted the dream for the chief butler and the baker, he told them, when the dream actually comes true and then you go out, please remember me. And the dream came true just as he interpreted for them, and they were able to leave the prison. But none of them remembered Joseph. But even if they were to remember Joseph and mention him to Pharaoh, Pharaoh might have helped Joseph with something. He might have left the prison with something. But their intentionally or unintentionally forgetfulness about him to mention him, in the long run, tend to make him an even greater person. You know, their forgetfulness about him even tend to make him become a prime minister. They forgot about him, but in the end, it tend to work for his good. That is the point I'm making, that people may tend to forget about you, but in the end, their forgetfulness, their promises that they were not able to be truthful to, at the end will turn out to work for your good. Also, there are things that you now know. There are things that you know now. Please pardon the noise by the roadside. Yes, so there are things that you now know in this present time of waiting, that when your blessing comes, when the waiting period is finally over, you be glad you waited. Even right now, if you look back at your life, there are some things that you wish you had at a specific time, that now that you look back and realize that, hey, if I were to have that thing at that time, I would have messed it up. But now you are glad you waited. It's the same way. That's just how it's going to be. That even in the present time, whatever you are waiting on, when the time finally reaches that you have it, you're going to be glad you did. You're going to be glad you waited. So your season of waiting is actually a blessing in disguise. Learn to figure out in this time of waiting what is expected of me. What am I supposed to learn? What am I supposed to prepare myself for before the bigger opportunity comes? What am I supposed to get myself ready for before I get the master's? I get into the dream university for the master's. What am I supposed to get myself ready for before the man or the woman for marriage comes up? It's a season of blessing. So let's see it as such. God has not forgotten about us. We are not wasting time. It's just a season of blessing. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Kay, and please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.